What are you doing? Don't you dare. Don't you dare reach for that phone. You are going to call to complain about me. After everything I've done to keep you breathing. No. You sit down. No, I said sit. We are going to talk about this, and you are going to listen. You're going to sit down. You're going to listen to me instead of making stupid decisions that get you killed. You think I don't know what you were about to do? You think I haven't been monitoring your communications for weeks now? I saw the email draft requesting the immediate termination of your security detail. You were going to send that tonight, weren't you? After your little date left? Oh, yeah. I know about the date. Same way I know about the friend who showed up last Tuesday with a concealed knife in her jacket. Same way I know about the delivery driver last week who wasn't actually from the restaurant you ordered from. The same way I know about everything and everyone that gets within 50 feet of you. Do you know what I did with those threats? Do you know how many times I've saved your ungrateful human life in this past month alone? 3. 3 actual attempts on your life. Not threats, not maybes. 3 people who came to this building with the explicit intention of making sure that you did not wake up the next day. And you didn't know about a single one of them. Why? Because I handled it. Because that's my job, because I'm good at what I do. So forgive me if I'm a little intense about the fact that you want to fire me. Now, of course the agency didn't tell you the details, did they? They wouldn't. Client confidentiality, it's a need-to-know basis, even for you. And you are not actually our client. You are the subject of our protection, but you are not our actual client. Your company, who hired us, is our client. And it's all bureaucratic garbage anyway, so let me fill you in on what you're actually dealing with. You are not just some random human who got some random threats. You witnessed something 6 months ago, and you probably don't even remember, because it seemed so completely normal at the time. You were at that tech conference in Seattle, and you walked past a conversation that you shouldn't have heard. 2 men talking about their offshore accounts. Those were supernatural trafficking routes. You didn't even stop walking, did you? You just kept going to your panel discussion, completely oblivious, but they saw you. And they've spent the last 6 months trying to determine if you heard anything, if you understood anything, and if you're a liability. And the answer they came to was that they should probably kill you just to be safe. Luckily for you, they reached out through your company first, who caught it. And they hired my agency, who brought me. And allow me to humbly tell you that you are not going to do better than an elf with 2 centuries of combat experience and a perfect record for client survival. They told me that it was going to be a 3-month contract, standard protection detail, until things settled down. That was 5 months ago. I asked for an extension, and then another extension, because every time I think we're clear, every time I think they've given up, another one shows up, like that woman tonight. That woman, your date. Come on. Do you really think anyone that attractive, that interesting, just happened to swipe right on... No offense, right? But you are you. You're cute, right? You're cute in a human way, but she was a professional, right? Come on. Supermodel looks and an Instagram lifestyle? Are you kidding me? She didn't even try to pretend to be real. I'll tell you one thing, though. She was former military. I could tell by the way she walked. The moment she walked in, she scanned the apartment when you opened the door. And she had a syringe in her purse. Do you want to know what I found in that syringe? It wasn't freaking insulin. It was a fast-acting poison. You would have been dead in 90 seconds. But I took care of it. I always take care of it. Because that's what I do. That's what I'm here for. You think I'm crazy? No, I can see it in your face. You think that I've lost perspective. You think that I've become obsessed. You think that I'm seeing threats that aren't there. All right, let me show you something. Look at this. On my phone, this photo from that fake delivery driver's phone. You see that? That's you. Asleep in your bed, taken through your bedroom window. He'd been watching you for 4 days before he made his move. And this is the tracking device I found under your car last Tuesday. This is the email chain I intercepted between two of them discussing the best time to, quote, handle the problem. That's you, by the way. You're the problem. You still think I'm paranoid? Hey, no, don't look at me like that. Don't be nervous of me. I'm not the threat here. I would never. I would never hurt you. Don't you understand everything I've done? Every boundary I've crossed, every privacy I've invaded. It was all to keep you safe. I know that I have been excessive. I know that. I know that moving into the apartment next door without telling you was a bit much, and monitoring your location 24/7. I know that I've driven away some of your friends, and I have ruined some of your dates. I know that I have effectively made you a prisoner in your own life. But you have a life. You are alive, and as long as I am here, you will stay that way. Fine. You want to fire me? Fine. Call the agency. Go ahead. Tell them you want somebody else. But here's what happens then. The agency pulls me off of your case. They assign some rookie who doesn't know the players, doesn't know the patterns, doesn't know you the way I do. And maybe that rookie is competent. Maybe they keep you alive for a few weeks. Or maybe they miss something. Maybe they're half a second too slow. Maybe they don't notice the way somebody's hand moves toward their jacket. Or the fact that the same car has been parked outside for 3 days. Or that your coffee tastes slightly different than usual. And then something happens to you. And I have to live with that. And I live for a long time. I'll go for a long time. The next 3 centuries of my life, I have to live with the knowledge that I failed you because you were too stubborn to let me do my job. No. That's not happening. You don't get to fire me. You don't get to make that choice. I've already told the agency that I'm staying in case of something happening. I already told them that I'm staying indefinitely, and it pro bono if I have to. They can't pull me off of a job if it's not my job, if I'm volunteering my time. But, right? And so before you start arguing, before you try to tell me that I can't just decide to guard you against your will, I actually have to. You don't actually know this. You don't actually remember this, I'm sure. A few years ago, you were at a charity event downtown. there was a server. Female elf, newly immigrated. I didn't actually speak much common language. I was still learning, and I needed that work. I was so close to being homeless, so close to. I was alone, and I was so far removed from everything that I had grown up with. I was barely making enough to survive, and I didn't even know if I could make enough money to get back home and start over. Just go home and lick my wounds and start over. So I was pretty desperate. And then, I dropped a tray of glasses. Everyone was staring. I was so afraid I would be fired. I was already so close to doing myself something dangerous. And you were there. You helped clean it up. And then you told the event coordinator that it was your fault and that you'd bumped into me. You even offered to cover the cost of the glasses. You stayed until I stopped shaking. And that was so small for you, but it was so huge to me because I had not seen anything like kindness since I had been here. I was able to keep my job. I was able to pay my rent that week. And then soon enough, I got a better job where I could actually survive, excel, send money back home to my family, which is what I was doing to begin with here, or planned to do. I was working 3 jobs at that point, trying to make enough money in this very human city where I was very alone. You were kind to me when nobody else was. You saw me as a person, not just the help, not just an elf. I never forgot that. And that night, it made all the difference. When your name came across my desk at the agency, I knew it was you. I knew it was you immediately, and I thought, well, this is fate. The universe gives me a chance to repay the kindness that you showed me. But then, as I was guarding you, it became a little bit more than that. I don't just want to protect you because I owe you. I want to protect you because when I'm guarding you, I have a purpose. When I'm tracking the threats, when I'm eliminating the dangers, when I'm keeping you safe, it feels like I matter, and it feels like I matter to someone who matters to me. And so when I think about someone else taking over this job, someone else being the one who watches you while you sleep, who makes sure that your food isn't poisoned, who stands between you and every terrible thing in the world, I can't do it. I can't just let you go. I know you think I'm obsessed. And you're right. I am. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with the way you scrunch your nose when you're concentrating on your work. I'm obsessed with the fact that you always double check that the door is locked, even though You know that it is. I'm obsessed with keeping you alive because the alternative is unthinkable. So, here's what's going to happen. You're going to delete that email. You are going to accept that I'm not going anywhere. And you are going to let me do what I do best. In exchange, I will try to be less intrusive. I'll stop intercepting your dates before they reach the door. I'll give you some privacy. I'll let you live your life. You know, within reason. I'm not asking you to love me. I'm not asking you to even like me. I'm just asking that you trust that everything I do, every violation, every overstep, it comes from a place of keeping you alive. Because you matter. You matter to this world. You matter to the people who care about you. You matter to me. Okay? So, it's late. It's late. You should get some sleep. I'll be next door if you need anything. And, you know, I'll know if you try to email the agency, so, don't. Oh, one more thing. The tracking device I mentioned, I didn't remove it. I couldn't without alerting them that you are protected. So they're still watching. They're still waiting for an opening. Which means I also need to be watching. Constantly. No breaks. No days off. No one else. Just me. Watching you. So, get used to it. Because I'm yours now, whether you like it or not. And you are mine. To keep safe. All right. I'll be next door. You lock the door after I leave. Both deadbolts. And, sleep well. Yep. I'll be listening.